Most leadership advice tells you to prepare more, show up with the data, have the slides ready, know your talking points. For the over-preparer, that advice is the worst thing they could hear, because preparation isn't their gap. Preparation is their hiding place. In Module 1, you met the over-preparer archetype, the leader who compensates for expression anxiety through exhaustive preparation. He reads from slides and board presentations, over-structures every meeting. We named the pattern. Now we're going to dismantle it. The over-preparer isn't under-prepared. They're over-reliant on preparation as a shield against the vulnerability of real-time expression. The 40-slide deck isn't thoroughness. It's a way to avoid the unscripted moment where the audience might see uncertainty. The scripted response isn't professionalism. It's anxiety management disguised as rigor. On screen, you see the behavioral pattern. Let me tell you what it looks like in a real career. A CFO built his career on analytical rigor. Every board presentation is a 40-slide deck, read nearly verbatim. Every one-on-one has a written agenda with pre-scripted talking points. His team describes him as polished but robotic. The board chair says, I can't tell whether he believes in this strategy or is just reporting on it. His preparation is impeccable. His presence is absent. The audience doesn't experience a leader making a case. They experience a teleprompter with a suit, and they respond accordingly. Coaching targets the belief that preparation is presence and the practice of trusting your competence enough to set the notes aside. The over-preparer has a core belief. If I'm prepared enough, I'll come across as competent. The problem is that prepared enough has no ceiling. More slides, more data points, more rehearsal. And the audience doesn't experience competence. They experience a performance. The irony is that the preparation makes the leader less present, not more, because they're tracking their notes instead of reading the room. The preparation was supposed to create the appearance of confidence. Instead, it created distance. A VP of engineering prepares for every team meeting by writing out responses to every possible question. When a question comes that she didn't anticipate, she freezes, not because she doesn't know the answer, but because the script has no entry for it. Her direct reports have learned to only ask predictable questions. Innovation discussions have stopped because innovation is inherently unscripted. Her coach gives her one instruction. In your next team meeting, don't bring your notebook. Just listen and respond. She reports back, it was the best meeting we've had in 6 months. People said things they'd never said before because I was actually present for what they were saying instead of checking my notes for the right response. The shift isn't all or nothing. It's progressive. And that matters. On screen, you can see the 4-week practice. Week 1, prepare as usual, then remove 50% of the materials. Take out half the slides, delete half the bullet points, note what happens. Week 2, prepare key points only, no slides, no scripts. 3 key messages and your expertise. Week 3, walk into one meeting with nothing written down. Week 4, reflect on which approach generated the most engagement from the audience. Track audience engagement, not personal comfort. The goal isn't to feel comfortable, it's to be present. Those are different outcomes entirely, and early on they feel like opposites. The first meeting without the script feels like walking onto a stage naked. Every over-prepper reports this. And every over-preparer who persists reports the same second thing. The audience responds better. Questions become conversations. Presentations become discussions. The leader who was hiding behind slides becomes the leader in the room. One mistake to avoid. reducing physical preparation but replacing it with mental rehearsal. The issue isn't the physical slides, but the dependency on scripted performance. Mental scripts create the same barrier to presence that paper scripts do. The goal is to trust 20 years of expertise to show up without a script. When the notes are gone, something else becomes possible. The leader's actual responses, including emotional responses, become visible. The expression calibration exercises from the previous video become possible. As long as the script is the performance, there's nothing to calibrate. When his coach asks the CFO to present the quarterly results with 3 key points and no slides, he says, "I can't do that. I'll miss something important." His coach asks, "What's more important, that you cover everything or that the board trusts your judgment?" He pauses. He's never framed it that way. The preparation was never about the board's needs. It was about his anxiety, and the board could feel the difference. Look at your calendar for the next week. Pick one meeting, not the highest stakes one. A mid-level meeting where the consequences of imperfection are manageable. Prepare for that meeting the way you always do. Then, set the preparation aside. Walk in with your expertise and nothing else. Notice what happens, not how you feel, but how the room responds. Write down what was different. Was there more conversation, more engagement, more real exchange? That data is more valuable than any comfort level. The knowledge built over 20 years of career is sufficient. The notes are a security blanket, not a necessity. Trust your competence enough to set them aside. Decision narration makes your thinking visible. Expression calibration makes your feelings visible. The over-prepare path clears the obstacle to both. There's one more dimension of the expression gap that most leaders overlook entirely: what happens in the silence after you speak. That's where the next exercise lives.